Welcome to Trading Lounge and the S&P 500 for the 27th of June. And we seem to be on track here now with, well, from the low here, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the impulse wave 1, and then the corrective wave 2 here in 3 waves, an A and a B and a C wave. Should be a simple zigzag that can pull down to the 61.8% retracement level. But it's more important to track the 5 waves from wave B to wave C here to get that timing there. Let's go in and have a look. So on the 4-hour chart here, a little bit rough and ready, but we're looking for this move down through here, which was in 5 waves, and we were looking for retracement back to close to the 3100, which was really the 50-60% retracement level, and now we're in wave 3 to the downside here. And I think we need to go to the, but anyway, look, we could be ending up down here somewhere. But what we're going to try and do in terms of trading is that we want to try and get from the 3000 down to at least the 28 here. We want to try and capture a lot of this third wave here. So you may be short already, and that's fantastic. And we'll look at the implications of that, because we need to migrate from being support on the 3000 to being resistance. And of course, there will be some vibration there. We need to know what size that will be and what we need to accommodate with our stops, etc. So let's just move into the hourly chart here. So from wave A here, we've got wave A, B, C for wave B, and C here for B. And we're coming down for wave C, as you know. And in wave C here, this wave C here, we're looking for 5 waves in blue, so 1 and 2 here. And then down for the third wave, looking for the third wave to be the longest and the strongest. A bit of a reflection of this one over here, where we see wave 1 here and 2 here, nice strong third wave here, and a 4th wave, and then a 5th wave here. You can see the extension in here. So we should be getting this move here, plus another 60%. So we'll just view that in a moment. But here we're looking at, this is the first 5 waves down, and we'll look at that in a little bit more detail. So what we can do here, just roughly as always, we just look down to, I'm just going to take it down to the 3000 here at this stage, and we'll be looking for 50-60% retracement levels. So we're in here somewhere with this. So this is where we're expecting our little bounce. So we've got 5 waves down here. So we'll be looking for off the low of the 3000 or thereabouts. We'll be looking for an A and a B and a C wave. It doesn't have to come back that far. It's just that that's just painting a picture really. And then we should see another 5 waves down to here, and then another little rally coming back in here, and then we'll go down and we'll also see on this side over here, we'll see, I'll just put this down here further, that's fine. But when this comes down through here, we'll see a retest coming back in here, and that will also give us another opportunity to short sell as well, and we could go from that point there. So having that first low below the level there is important. I think it's also important too, just to the futures are, the future is the future, and it is leading to the downside a little bit, where the cash market's not quite at the 3000 yet, but this market, the futures market, has moved. It's just penetrating that now. So we'll also see somewhere in here, we'll see some sort of corrective rally. So we have a little bit of a time with this, but we have to remember that even though this is down for 1 and back for 2 here, we're in the third of the third wave at this stage. So it may not pull back to the 61.8%, but we'll just track this little wave structure in here, this ABC pattern here, but we'll look at that in a little bit more detail here. The takeaway here is that we're going to see a bounce off the 3000 or close to it, and we could move back to this part here. We're looking for 3 waves. It will be a zigzag of 5 waves, 3 waves, and 5 waves. So at the end of 5 waves, you can also short. And then we're looking for the market to drop again. And what we want to see eventually is we want to see the market from being support over here to resistance over here. That way we know that once that's been tested, retested and failed, that means that we can put our stops above this level and we can continue to move down and perhaps put a bit more weight in the market at that point there. So yeah, and just also here as well is that in the third wave here, we'll be looking for 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 coming down here. So this should start to move down really quite swift, be quite swift from this place here, because once again this will also be, if I can just grab that, this will also be wave 1 and wave 2 here as well. So it's going to be the third of the third of the third. So we may not get much of a retest there. If you're not short here already, that's fine. But we do need to get in short on this corrective rally. We need to get a few positions above the level, above this level, above the level, and then we need to get positions under the level. And you need to understand how much exposure you can have and don't overtrade and so on and so on. And that, so on the 15-minute chart here, we'll move in a little further. So in this instance here, we've got wave 1 here, and we've got an A wave, a B wave, 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for wave 3, 4 and 5 here, 4C of 2, and then we've got wave 1 down here, wave 2 here, and then we've got wave 3, 4 and 5. So it looks like we've got that 5th wave in here at the moment. So we've got that low in place for wave 1, which is sort of close to the close. So I'll just map this out a little bit here. So we're looking for wave 1 here, 2 here, 3, 4 and 5 down here, and we'll be looking for, let's just put this in here, and we'll break all of this down further and further. It's good to know the details and get them as close as we can, because that way we can just be more accurate with our entries and stops and manage our exposure better. So if you're short at the moment, then this is the place to get out if you wanted to get out. Otherwise, we're just going to build into the trade here. So this level here now, we can turn that green, and that just means that you can short in that space. We've got everything on our side at the moment because we've got impulse waves coming to the downside and corrective waves going to the upside there as such. Just need to move these in line, so that will be wave 4, 5 and 3 here. We'll still need blue wave 4 and blue wave 5 down there, but we don't need to go into those just yet. So yeah, look, that's how that's basically looking at this stage here. And it would be nice to add on top of this one here as well. So if I just copy that here and put that here, and we also definitely want to get a position under the level here as well. And we can all start working these levels too on the downside. So a level 3,000 retested, we'll get one. And also this is group 2 here. So that means that we can, once group 2 becomes the resistance, we can also add in here as well. Now, in this case here, the 72 here, the 972, the backbone of group 2 here is what we'd be wanting as resistance, but we'll also just be mindful of wave 4 here as well. So we'll look at that as it unfolds, but this could move quite quickly because, as I mentioned, we're looking at the third of the third of the third here, so it will be quite quick in this point here. Let's just go to the tick chart now, where we'll see that market rallying quite high here, quite quickly. I just have to get a bit more data in here. Whoopsie-daisy. Oh. Right, anyway, so... yeah, so just going back over this, we've had the A wave, the B wave, and then 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. It was looking quite powerful at this point here. And I was hoping to get up to the 3-1 at that point, but we didn't quite get there. We just got to the 50% retracement level. It all started to get sort of squashed up a little bit, but finished off all its structure. That's okay. So a nice A, B, and C wave here with 5 waves, with 1 and 2 here, and up for wave 3 here, and ABC for 4, and up for 5 here, just making a new high here. So it all started to really come under pressure at this particular point here. And now we're looking at wave 1 and 2 here, and basically 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 in here for the third wave, ABC for the fourth wave, and down for the fifth wave, which I can see a little bit here. And now we're obviously this is a fourth and fifth, and now we're getting the A wave. Always remember that the A wave normally is really quite sharp, you know. And then the wave C is a little bit lazier. I'll just bring that across here a little bit, put that back to the midpoint. That's at 50. We're going to be looking to short from, oh, I don't need to do it on this one, but can put that there and that there. So normally the A wave comes up and hits the supply level at this point here. I can't draw on this side here, but there'll be 5 waves in that there, because wave 2 is always a zigzag of 5, 3, and 5 structure here, and there should be a relationship between the two. So look, it may come up to 40 here. So we just need to be a little bit mindful of that, and then we'll come down again from that point. So we'll be looking over here. We'll be looking at, I'll put wave 1 here, because once that finishes there, this will probably be wave 1 here, and this will be wave 2. I won't be far off the mark here. It'll be something like that. If this one doesn't go to the, if this rally doesn't go to the 60, wherever this goes, if this goes to the 40, 50 or 61.8% retracement level, then this one's likely to do the same as well. Okay. And then we can go from that point. We just got to be careful about Mondays as well, because Monday can open really quite, this could be setting up for a big gap down on Monday as well. So just be mindful of that. Really check it when the futures market opens. You know, whenever it opens, whatever time zone you're in, and make sure you've where you are with this, you know. I mean, that looks like wave A in here already. So still quite a way off being short here. So it's either wave A here already, or we've got 5 waves coming up here for this. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the A wave up here, and then the B wave here. So we'll just have to see what form it takes here for this. Yeah, so the wave A could be short here. I don't think so. We probably have 1 and 2 here, and 3, 4, 5 for the A wave, and then the B wave in 3, and then the C wave here. But whatever happens, if this 3000 becomes the retested resistance, so I can draw over this side, just remember that if once the market's under here, you need to be looking at, you need to be short at this point, right? You could even short it here, because you could short it below, anywhere below here, you can short it. But we'll also be looking for this to test back there, and then you can short it from these points. That's the safe trade. But it doesn't really matter about the safe trade at this stage, because everything else is pointing down, so this helps confirm things, so we don't need that confirmation that much. Just need to be holding short. But either way, this looks like an impulsive wave of 5 waves, so we should see another move up here, either an A and a B and a C coming back up here, and that may all it may need to do, it may need just to come back up to these points here as well. So we need to be just a little bit mindful of how this plays out here. I'll try and keep a bit of an update on this as well. Maybe, I don't know how I'll do that, or how I can do that. But anyway, let's just recap here for a moment. Let's go back to the 4-hour chart. In fact, we'll go back to the daily chart here, and we'll just recap this a little bit. So it really appears that we're on the right track here for this. It would be good to confirm the 3,000 as the resistance for this, and it's likely that by looking at the structure that we're in here at the moment, is that that we could pull quite deep down into this 61.8% mark here, and I'll just double check that as well, from here to here, basically in this space here. So that's where we're looking for. And just another point too is that I'm okay with this expanded flat correction with wave 3 here as an A and a B and a C. I'm okay with that. But at the same time, because I find it, a lot of folks have got 5 waves out of this, and, they could be correct about that, it just doesn't appear to me that that's the case. But that doesn't make me right or wrong, or anybody right or wrong. Because we're all here just to make money. But let's just say that that is the top there, and that is wave 5 up here, and that's completed. And all this down here is wave 1 down here, and we count this here as an A and a B and a C here for wave A, and then B, and then C wave here. So if that's the case, if this is down for 1 here, and this is an A and a B and a C back for wave 2 here, then we're not going to be stopping here. We're going to be coming way down here, and you're going to see big gaps in the market coming down through this space here. So, that's the other, that's just something else I can just sort of throw in. We have to be very clear on all the counts, and we need to be, have strategies in mind for everything. But as it stands at the moment, the move down from the top here is in 5 waves. So we should be getting, the start of this one down. We're looking for it to come down into this space here in 5 waves. It may not come that far down. The second point that I just mentioned, it's possible that this could be wave 5 top here, and this is wave 1 down here, and this is an A and a B and a C for wave 2 here, and we come much further down here as 1 and 2 and 3 down here, or an A and a B and a C wave down here. So it could get worse from this point. So we need to be a little bit mindful of that. I don't know if that's the case, but we'll just we just want to make money, and yeah, so this is the point where we can make money right here, right now. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate the support. Enjoy the weekend. Cheers.